Hi. So, across all of Call of Duty Zombies, okay, there has been many maps, obviously, and many characters within these maps. Now, most of the time, the characters are just yapping about some bullshit, right? But there has actually been a couple of great pieces of dialogue and great quotes that I think actually apply to your life, okay? And I'm sure many of these quotes you've heard before, okay? These are pieces of advice or just interesting things that the developers threw in the game. I don't know who cooked up these things, but definitely get me thinking and definitely get me to think about life a little bit more seriously. Quotes I wouldn't expect to see from a Call of Duty Zombies game. But yeah, let's just get right into it. My very first quote that I think is my personal favorite, actually, out of all these quotes I'm going to present to you, actually comes from Takio during the Zetsubo no Shima ending cutscene.
My life, my path, is built upon a lie. This realm may have been corrupted and consumed by evil, but we possess the power to change things. The better tomorrow is only possible if we blow away the ashes of the past.
Woo, okay? Fire. That was fire right there. And in the context of the scene, like, to basically, the quote was, a better tomorrow is only possible if we blow away the ashes of the past. And I believe that quote, obviously in the context of the scene, it's because they need to kill the 1.0 characters in order to get their souls so that they can secure a better tomorrow or whatever. But I think that, like, developers may have even hinted at this being having a sort of a double meaning, and that's how I took it. And I actually think it's a very good quote. It's my favorite. Is basically, you know, you may have shit that you've done in the past. You may have shit that haunts you in the past, okay? You may have some family issues, whatever, girlfriend, boyfriend issues, whatever it is, right? You may have done something in the past. But you can't let that haunt you, and you can't let that, like, bring down your present future, or your present, okay? Because if you let that stuff control you in the present, that stuff is only going to destroy your future, right? But what Takio is saying here is, a better tomorrow is only possible if we blow away the ashes of the past. Meaning, you have to accept the past, right? And you have to just blow away, like ashes. When you blow away ashes, they're gone forever, right? You have to accept the past, right? And you have to blow it away. Don't let it haunt you. That's what it's saying here. And I think that that's so important, because there's so many different things where much of your future is dictated by what you do in the present. And you can't let the present be bogged down by the past. And it's really hard, because, you know, to some extent, it's always going to be there, what's done in the past. But it feels so good when you can just get a fresh start and start acting a different way. Like, for example, you know, if you're in a rut and you're just not getting out of bed, you're not, like, doing things properly, you're not working hard, you're not making money, I don't know. That the only way to get out of that, is to truly just be like, hey, I don't care if I'm in a rut right now, I'm going to do it anyway, and just forget about your past actions. That's truly what's helped me, and I genuinely believe that this is probably one of the best quotes in all of Call of Duty Zombies. But moving on to our next one.
If you really need a reason why we do this, I'll give you one. We do it because doing something, anything, is better than doing nothing.
So this one here, I know it's kind of a joke. It's kind of like a meme, right? Like, Missy's just kind of being, like, overly corny. But I actually believe that this is a good quote, and it has stuck with me. And it's simply the fact of doing something is better than doing nothing. And it sounds so straightforward. It sounds so obvious. But it's really one of those things that can help you get through things. Like, you may believe, like, I don't know, your first day of starting a diet. Like, I don't do diets, okay? I'm actually, like, decently skinny. But I know it's contrary to what everyone probably thinks. But your first day of doing something, you know, it may seem insignificant, but you have to think about it like this. Like, doing something, anything, any sort of progress towards any sort of goal, whether it's YouTube, whether it's, I don't know, reading, financial, whatever. Any sort of progress is better than doing nothing. Always. So that's why I really like this quote. But the next quote we're going to talk about, obviously super memed on, but it's super iconic.
Revolution. Any last words, Mr. President? Yes, Jack. Any superlative words of inspiration for our humble troops? Do not pray for easy lives, my friends. Pray to be stronger men.
Now, obviously, don't pray for easy lives. Pray to be stronger men. Absolute classic line, and literally everyone knows this one if you're a Zombies fan, because it's good. It's true. you know, there's like that saying about teach a man to fish, or sorry, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for life, or whatever. I think it's the same principle. It's like, don't pray for an easy life, okay? Because that doesn't improve you as a person. That means, like, basically, don't just have a life where you're just trying to chill all day and play video games and, you know, relax. Like, that's the goal of your life. Your goal should be to be a stronger man. And you do this by, you know, going to the gym, working hard at school or whatever, work or whatever, right? Working on some sort of side hustle, like working as hard as you can as a guy or a woman as well. That's the goal of life, right? It's not to be have an easy life. And because when you improve yourself, you're already going to have an easier life, and you're going to have a better life. Overall, your life quality will be much better that when you're a, you know, a successful person than if you're just sitting in your mom's basement type shit. But yeah. The last quote I have here is from Mr. Tank Dempsey himself, and it is on Kino. I think it's only on Kino. It might be on some other maps, but it's when you're playing through the map and you're just, it's after you get revived.
Whatever. Even a blind squirrel is right twice a day.
Yeah, so this one, again, kind of funny. It's after you get revived, so it's basically just like, in this context, he's like, yeah, like, you know, even though I'm, you know, a fucking badass, I still go down or whatever. I think it's supposed to be like that. But to me, it kind of represents like shit happens, right? Like, you know, you can do the best at something, you can prepare so much for a test, or you can, you know, outperform someone so much at a job, but just for some reason they get the promotion and you don't, or you do shit on the test anyway, shit like that, right? Like, you could do so much, work so hard, and shit happens. Or just you in general in life, you know, if you're doing, like, you're being a good person, all that shit can still happen to you. You know, even a blind squirrel's right twice a day. And I just like his delivery on it. I think it's funny. But that's about it, guys. I just thought these are some quotes you should maybe think about, reflect on in your own life, and maybe tattoo on yourself. But other than that, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.